Hello, everybody. Welcome to RPG Cast, episode 598 for the week of August 28th, 2021. I'm Chris Privateer, bringing you the week's RPG news, reviews, and other miscellany. Joining me today, I have two co-hosts for you. First, Anna Marie Privateer.
Good morning.
And second, Kelly Ryan.
Apparently our cat is a guided missile.
What? How does that work?
So Alice tried to jump into Vaughn's arms the other day, and it was very much, this cat is coming at me at 90 miles an hour. How do I stop this? And he caught her in midair.
Well, there you go.
And luckily for him,
did he feel like he was in the Matrix?
Yeah, time slowed down. And luckily for him, Alice is not a very huge cat, but she's also very clawy when she can't get her footing. So, she caught a cat bullet in midair. It was the most fascinating thing I had ever seen.
Nice.
He wanted me to tell you about the Alice missile.
That's very appropriate. Anna, do you have any missiles to talk about?
No, but it was kind of funny. I was recording a podcast for one of my clients yesterday, and every single cat wandered into the frame at some point or another.
Well, that's what they do. That's their job.
Everybody was very entertained by it.
I mean, You didn't have a cat missile, but you had a cat dive bomb, apparently, because that when Scamper jumped off the shower head, that video you sent me.
Yeah. So, 5 o'clock in the morning the other day, all we hear is clang, 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 and all sorts of stuff falling into the tub. And we are like, what is going on in our house? And I get up and I pull out my camera because I want to see what it is. And I walk into the bathroom, and sure enough, it is Scamper on the top of the shower head. And then he immediately missiles down from it because he got caught.
Yeah, I noticed that Scamper's getting a little plump in that
video.
Yeah,
we think that's actually digestive issues. We think he's bloated.
And I also recall, so Jack has never gotten on the shower head, but when he was a baby, when I would go to Vaughn's apartment, I would just hear it sound like all hell was breaking loose in the bathroom. And I go in there and Jack's got the zoomies in the tub.
Our cats love water. Well, to varying degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And not as much as they used to.
Well, Scamper still likes water. He wants to be able to turn on water and play in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So...
makes me wonder what he's got in him. Part Maine Coon or something. Or what some cats. I think Maine Coons and Bengals.
I think he's
water.
part plumber.
But no, man, when Jack would get the zoomies in the tub, it would sound like just utter chaos. And it's no, he's just doing laps. And I see, is your cat okay? No, he just likes to run around in the tub, apparently. Okay. Bottom line, cats are weird, but we love them.
They all are. Alrighty. Well, now for something less interesting. What have you been playing for video games?
So I have been insanely busy with work this week, so I haven't streamed at all.
Yeah, what's up with that? Your
work.
audience demands you.
Oh my gosh. So much work this week.
Audience demands you.
But light at the end of the tunnel. I'm actually going to be switching jobs at the start of October, which I am pretty excited for.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
Yep. So the thing that I've actually been playing a lot of this week is Cozy Grove hit the Apple Arcade. And so Cozy Grove is great. It's like Animal Crossing, but it has a pretty strict limit on the amount of things that you can do. And
Unlike Animal Crossing,
where you could seriously play it for 12 hours and still have stuff left to do. Cozy Grove, the idea is you're on an island. The island is haunted. You're a cozy scout who helps ghosts figure out why they're still stuck in the world. And so you help them resolve their problems. And
why are you playing this instead of Spiritfarer?
Because this is readily available on my phone and very easy to pick up and put down.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, it's great. I've been enjoying it. It's been like that perfect game where I in fact can pick it up and put it down as I need. And so like in the morning I'll do all of my social media work while I'm waking up and lying in bed and waking up, and then I'll play some Cozy Grove, and that makes me happy. So that's been my gaming this week.
Is there a giant rectangular fox on your campground?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
so these are all square bears. And
Square
then
bears.
the guy who sells you stuff is a square fox.
Okay.
This game looks really cute.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, it's free on Apple Arcade. But honestly, it's on Switch and a bunch of other systems, and it's fantastic. Like, I enjoy it. I like that it has sort of structured play, because I think that's the thing that started turning me off of Animal Crossing. It's like I have so many things that I can do that I have some choice paralysis about what I should do.
Yeah, after I finished because I finished the museum up pretty much. All I had left to get was the all of the art, which you have like an RNG every 2 weeks to even get.
Right.
And I was kind of done this year after I got everything. And needless to say, I'm glad the animals in this version don't move away, because if I boot it back up in a year and Raymond is gone, I'm gonna cry.
Yep. So yeah, that's I've been playing a little bit of Dragon Quest Tact, and because I decided to come back to the game for the 6-month anniversary. So I switched phones, and months ago, like not long after the game started. And my data didn't properly save for reasons that still baffle me. And so I had to start over. But since I started during the 6-month celebration, I was able to catch up and surpass where I was very quickly. I'm having fun with
Oh,
that.
good. Good. I kind of bailed on that game pretty quick. Not for lack of trying, it just didn't hold my interest.
Yeah, no, and I mean, it's going to be one of those things where you're either going to click with it or you just won't. And I mean, there's no
It's a gotcha
judgment on
game.
either way.
Let's not cut it any other way.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they grab you and sometimes they don't.
Mm-hmm.
I played Record Keeper for 4 years?
Yeah, we
straight?
played Record Keeper for a long time.
So I'm sad you didn't get to any more World Ends with You.
Oh, I want to so much.
But not that
Because,
much.
man, I'm on day 5 of week 2 and stuff happens.
Yeah, so I'm on week 3, day 2.
Wait,
So I'm
wait,
not
no,
too
I'm
far
sorry.
behind
I don't know if I said it right. I said week 3, day 5.
You said week 2, so.
Okay, no, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Week 3, day 5. So yeah, I can't say anything about it.
Yeah, wait till I
It's just
catch up and then we'll talk.
Let's just say I'm using the entire controller now.
Oh, yeah, because I'm. Okay, yeah.
Which doesn't help my button mashing habit.
Oh no,
at all.
I am. You're not supposed to button mash, but you bet I do.
Anna totally button mashes.
I do. I just sit there. It's like slam, 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 slam.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not playing this on Switch, because I think I would be driving Vaughn up the wall with my.
It is very loud on the
Mhm.
Switch. Chris can confirm. It is very loud on the Switch.
And I'm sure the haptics don't help.
Yeah.
I'm constantly like, are we getting phone calls? What is going on?
Yeah, I try not to play it in bed because it is loud.
See, I have the Hori controller because it's a little bit more ergonomic, and that one doesn't buzz.
Oh, okay.
Well, that seems bad.
So,
like this thing's meant to buzz. It's supposed to be like you're getting a phone buzz.
Yeah, but some games that use the shoulder buttons a lot, the Hori controller has those buttons that you can map on the back. And I find that kind of helps my hands a little bit, because I have trouble reaching the back shoulder buttons sometimes, especially if it's an action game. I don't know if this is just a me problem or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I did manage to get the top prize in all 3 of the Shibuya Scrambles.
Oh yeah, I
or the
bet with
Turf
I
Turf
bet with
Wars.
a full roster of people, it's a lot easier.
I even managed to do it with 5 people, and I just found a killer pin combination
Oh, nice.
that so I could like do it get the limit within 2 zones and then just go face roll the rest of them and got max points.
Fine. Chris is playing the music in my headphones, and I'm like singing along to it.
Yeah, the song music in that game is catchy. I've had some of the rock themes.
Give me chance.
I've had some of the rock themes and some of the synthwave themes stuck in my head all week. I need to go see if the soundtrack is available, like on Spotify or something. 'Cause, yeah, the music in that game is just amazing. The fifth party member, I'm a huge fan of, by the way, and I want to know where I can get. Yeah, I want to know where I can get her hoodie.
It is very cute. I like that the tail is prehensile.
If Squeenix ever makes a version of that hoodie, I'm buying it.
Me too.
Me saying that says makes people know exactly who it is, so I don't know why I'm being vague. It's been fun PMing you with different revelations, like oh my god, that character is a content stealer. He's the worst.
Oh, that man is the worst.
You can't steal content on the internet and claim it as yours. That's just internet jail prime there. Notice we're not saying who it is, just what they did. Yeah, I'm loving that game. I was hoping to finish it this week, but these last couple of chapters have been kind of dense.
Yeah, they do start to get long in the third week.
Mm-hmm. I thought I had something else to say about it, but now I'm blanking. It's certainly been a fun game. It has made me wish I would have refreshed my memory on the first game, though, because it calls back to it quite a bit.
It does, yeah. You don't want to play Neo without playing the original game.
Yeah. And I finished my other game this week, which was Narita Boy. Did I talk about Narita Boy at all last week?
I don't remember.
So Narita Boy is it's a action platformer on a whole bunch of different systems, and I bought it expecting it to be a Metroidvania, and it ended up being a little bit more like I want to say like a Prince of Persia or a Flashback, like one of those story-driven action platformers where you kind of get from place to place, and that's kind of the point. And there's combat, but the combat is more skill focused than necessarily like progression focused. And man, Narita Boy, that was one of those stories that kind of hit me a little bit. I think Chris looked at the trailer last week and saw that it was like, yeah, very sword and sorcery kind of stuff. The premise of the game is Tron, where a programmer's memories get erased by this evil virus, and you're a random kid that goes into the system to help restore all of the creator's memories. And all of his memories are kind of sad but have a point. And by the end of the game, I was kind of touched a little bit. I don't really know how much else to get into it without spoilers. The combat
you get to surf on a floppy disk.
Yes, you get to surf on a floppy disk. You also get to ride around on a computer horse. Yeah, that computer horse sequence is very Turbo Tunnel from Battletoads, reminiscent. And yeah, this game has a pixel art style with and it's supposed to look like you're playing it on an old CRT monitor. I think I said this last week, do not play it if you have photosensitivity, because it is very flashy. Like, I don't even have photosensitivity, and some of that stuff was kind of making me blink my eyes a little bit. And yeah, it was just a beautiful, kind of touching game. My only real complaint about it was because there's combat, some of the controls can be a little bit fiddly. And there was a boss fight towards the end that I was like ready to put my Switch controller through the wall. That particular boss fight was kind of reminiscent of the Rock Titan in Mega Man, and I was having a hell of a lot of trouble trying to like dodge the items to be able to hit the boss. But really fun, beautiful game. I picked it up on sale for like $12, and for me that was kind of the perfect price for it. I really don't know how much else to sell it. I showed it to you, Chris, and you looked like you were interested.
Interested. Yep.
Yeah, it's beautiful. You know, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if this comes to Game Pass at some point.
Me neither.
So yeah, that's pretty much all I played, and now I'm kind of like in a holding pattern until Guitar Fables comes out.
That's what, next week or the week after?
Yeah, I think it's Friday. I think it's Friday.
Guitar Fables.
Guitaria Fables.
Oh.
Kitaria.
Right.
Okay. I'm hoping that I'll finish World Ends With You.
The one where you play as a kitty and it's another Harvest Moon like.
Yep.
The art style,
it's a Rune Factory like, I guess.
Yeah.
The art style really reminds me of Fantasy Life.
Oh yeah, that's true.
To which Platy and I were like reminiscing about Fantasy Life this week, and both of us put around 100 hours into that game.
Yeah, Chris and I both plowed a lot of time into that game.
The first one.
Yeah. I mean, the second one, did the second one ever even come out here?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it mobile only?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And I need to apparently pick up the DLC for Fantasy Life at some point, because wasn't the DLC...
The DLC was great.
Wasn't it also like another 100 hours?
It was
If you
significant.
If you wanted to max it all out, yeah.
Yeah, I need to... Well, I say I need to put up Fantasy Life again, but it sounds like I'm getting a pseudo-sequel with Guitaria Fables anyway, so...
Fantasy Life had the no point to its end game thing going on, though. So
yeah, that was my one complaint about the game, even though supposedly the reason why it was like that was said that you could finish the game as a farmer and be okay.
Great.
So I get it, but God,
but then what's the point of all these other cool classes?
Yeah. Like, God, watching that gameplay footage you have up now, I want this game in my hands.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. When's this coming out? What's it coming out for?
Everything and Friday.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure at least Steam and Switch.
You just went from everything to Steam and Switch.
Well, I said, I honestly couldn't remember.
See, we got PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Switch.
Okay.
So no Apple Arcade. Is it on Game Pass? Probably not, right?
No Stadia.
Who even
Or
cares
does anything
if it is? Yes, things do come out on Stadia, sadly.
I probably could have picked up the review code for this, but I couldn't guarantee a review. And then poor Matt got stuck with another similar game. But yeah, that's my week in a nutshell. September's going to be game rich, it seems.
Yes.
So I'm going to be playing that, and I'm going to be playing Tales of Arise.
Oh, cool. That's a lot of game that you'll be playing.
Were you going to pick up Guitaria Fables, Anna?
Yes, but I don't know if I'm going to pick it up right away, just because I am busy this month.
Nope, no worries.
Can play a demo right now on Steam. I do not know if your progress carries over, though.
No, it doesn't matter. I've got the physical Switch version pre-ordered.
Well, there you go. There's already DLC announced. Looks like it's all cosmetic.
Yeah, this is one of those ones that feels like I would have to play it on Switch just to be able to have it portably and be able to suspend.
If you want to be a black cat, it's 99 cents.
Oh, there's cat color DLC.
Yep.
All cosmetic though.
Oh, can you be an orange cat by default?
You could be a blue cat, Siamese, Bengal. I'm loading it all up. I'll get you the download on the DLC. You can get what is this called? Sakura. So it's kind of a peach blossom color cat. This one is pink mythical wings for your cat. This one is just a black cat. This one is evil horns for your cat. And this one is phantom wings for your cat. This one is a blue cat skin. And this one is a blue mythical wings. And this one is a Siamese, so a color point skin. This one is a Bengal color, a Bengal like tabby pattern. And this one is a straw hat for your cat. Okay, I'm done.
So
I don't
you can
care.
be a
There's
a
more.
pirate.
It's stupid.
Anna, which one of these cats will net me $1 million?
No comment.
Go to mooncat.community right now. Buy your mooncat and sell it on the digital blockchain.
Wait, wrong cats.
All right. Note,
Are- are-
Marie works for the mooncat people.
Are tuxedo cats that look like a cartoon worth anything? Because Alice could be a good moon cat.
On the moon, all black and white cats are like exceedingly valuable.
Yeah, they're called Genesis cats.
Yeah, those are
And
like
there's
the
only
rarest,
96
most
in
expensive
existence.
ones there are.
Oh. So my actual tuxie is a Genesis cat.
Yep.
What about a Mega Drive cat?
Oh, what?
It just pay euros for it, and then it's a Mega Drive cat, Kelly. All right, that's how that works.
I'm sorry, I'm being extra sassy.
I like that
this
Anna
morning.
doesn't get that. I've been playing a video game, everybody.
What have you been playing?
I've been sticking with Nocturne.
Ah,
My main character in Nocturne is level 81.
And how far are you in the game?
I'm in the obelisk, so I don't know how far that is.
Yeah, that's how far I got before I gave up.
You were bitching about a block puzzle last night.
Oh, I did a guide for it. That block puzzle arcade game. Screw that thing.
Oh, that one. I
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
Yeah, it's 20 levels of annoying, terrible gameplay that I don't want to ever interact with again in my life.
It's Jack Frost Sokoban, isn't it?
Yeah, but not fun Sokoban.
I completely blocked that out of my memory.
Yeah, I don't know.
God.
It was not grooving with me, and it just made me mad.
Because I was gonna say some of the teleportation puzzles later on, you're gonna seethe.
Oh, great. Yeah. So I picked up the stupid the DLC for the XP map and the money map, and then of course the free DLC for the merciful difficulty. And what I've been doing is basically just doing whatever feels good for the moment that I'm in. So I'm sticking to normal difficulty for the most part, but I've been grinding up some money and some experience on normal difficulty to unlock some demons and be able to fuse higher level demons and have lots of money to pay for demon fusing and to be able to afford Magatamas from vendors. And lo and behold, that led to me being level 81 with a bunch of level 70 plus demons. And I'm really, really strong at physical attacking now because I maxed out my strength and then I maxed out my vitality. And then I just kind of wandered to this door inside one of the early areas. They're like, yeah, if you can open that door, there's really something strong in there. I'm like, oh, let's try it. I'm like, you open the door. Cool. Was this meant to be hard? And like, I got this end game Magatama from it that made me even stronger.
Oh boy.
So it's like, okay, cool. So I mean, I'm Punch Cat now. I punch things, they die.
I sort of did this back in the day, but really the only thing I did was use the Game Shark to give me plenty of money, since money is just such a hassle and traditionally in SMT games. And
yeah,
giving
this one
yourself,
especially. Yeah,
giving yourself a whole bunch of money gives
you need
just
money
a
to heal. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's
So-
not balanced, and
they've
and that's
never
what
been.
people are there for, I guess. But that would not be an enjoyable experience for me. But with all these things in here, so like if a dungeon gets super long, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't fully explore it, and I need to go back down 3 floors and take a left instead of a right to see if there are any treasure chests that I care about. I'm turning it on to merciful difficulty just so the encounter rate drops dramatically, and I can go and do that exploration, and it's more fun, and it's making me
So,
enjoy the game.
So I'm not crazy. The encounter rate is significantly dialed down
It is.
in Merciful.
Significantly dialed down on merciful, with the exception, I think, of the Amala labyrinth. I don't think it goes
Okay.
lower there, but the fights are still easier on Merciful, so it doesn't matter. Either way, it might actually still be. So it's hard to tell sometimes. Sometimes even on Merciful or on normal, you'll like get in a fight and then 2 steps later be in another fight, and you're like, wait, what? Is this area different?
Because, man, Bravely Default had it right from the get-go to like separate difficulty and encounter rates so that you can dial that into whatever you felt like.
They had to do something with Merciful because the encounter rate's so low that what they do is they massively increase the amount of XP and money you get to make up for the fact that you're in fewer fights. So if you weren't switching back and forth, you'd like never get it,
Yeah.
If it was still the original XP and money rate, you'd get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's actually kind of skewed a bit much. So you could just kind of... Merciful is broken. So if you're going to just play on Merciful, you don't need the money or the XP DLC at all, period. You don't need to spend the $7 on it. So combining the two is just like, lol, I'm the demi-fiend. You all need to bow to me. Which is kind of fun. So I'm going through this.
That sounds like that's fun.
And I'm going through this Amala Labyrinth thing, which it turns out this was something that was added in like a version of the game we didn't get in the US originally.
Okay.
So like this whole thing, and you're like interacting with Lucifer and talking, and it's like towards, it's a path of like kill all these really hard bosses to unlock us extra special ending. So I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
what you need the fairy for.
Okay, yeah, and I'm gonna YouTube kind of the regular endings, I guess, to see what I missed. And like, so far, all the regular ending options are completely non-appealing to me. So it's like, well, screw it. I'm just gonna go full demon.
Yeah, that was one of my problems with the initial game, was that all the ending I got was the normal ending.
I haven't seen all of them yet. Like, there's a couple NPCs I still haven't hooked up with, so maybe I'll like one of them, but so far, no.
Or rather, I think because I went the neutral route, I got the demi-fiend ending, and it was just like, this is the most unsatisfying ending I've ever had for a 70-hour game.
There is like the regular demon ending, it sounds like, is the worst ending that you can get. It's like the most boring one. Maybe you fell into that because you didn't trigger enough of the other ones, and that would suck. It sounds like you don't want that one.
Because I have a tradition. We're going to Colorado in October, and whenever we do a Colorado road trip, I always play a Shin Megami Tensei game, because just through circumstances, every time we've ever went there, there's always been a new SMT game out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically, I'd have to wait until November to do this tradition, but I'm just gonna do it with SMT3.
With nothing, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah, you should have fun.
Gonna...
Load up the DLC before you go, so you have all the options that you need, and you're good to go. Just have fun.
Yeah. I played it a little bit when it came out, because I think it came out like on the same week as Monster Hunter Stories 2, and ended up going with Stories 2 instead. But I'm probably going to start over and do what you did, use the DLC maps to just give myself all kinds of money and EXP, and then punch things.
Yeah. Which is good until you find something that blocks physical.
Oh.
So make sure you have some options in your party. Doesn't happen often, but when it happens, it's frustrating. Like, what do you mean you won't die if I punch you? That's your job. I punch you, you die.
That's why you always keep a couple of demons on hand.
Yep. Do your dirty work. Well, and also to give you extra turns. What was I going to say? Yeah, this game, so Nocturne is like, let me know, like, oh, this is basically where all of Persona's model and battle system and stuff came from. And I don't know how much of it's from SMT 1 or 2, but like, oh my gosh, like the whole spell system layout is the same as the Persona games. The way you inherit spells into demons is the same as the Persona games. Or at least Persona 3 or later. Maybe 1 or 2 are different. I don't know. But then like you got all the same spell names, obviously, because that's the same SMT naming system. But like the stats, the fusing, the what is it? The thing where, the way they evolve, and also the models themselves. Like, they haven't changed the way these things look in like 20 years. What the hell?
Oh, I think this one came out on PS2 before either of the Persona games did.
Yeah, but it's obvious they used a lot of the models for like Persona 3 and 4, right?
I'm sure they recycled a ton of stuff from this.
So it's just like, it has that look that I associate with Persona. Given that out of the 3 modern Persona games, 2 of them were PS2 games, and so was this. So they all kind of look alike, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to trigger some SMT fans, go say, hey, this game reminds me a lot of Persona. Just see what kind of reaction you get.
Yeah, but it's just like, oh, so all of this came from here, and or maybe the first, maybe the second Persona game, I don't know. But or maybe the original SMT games. I don't know if all that stuff, SMT 1, 2, and Persona 1, 2, if you were to look at all that, they don't look like this game at all, right?
No,
Yeah.
They were sprite based.
Well, yeah, 1 and 2, yeah, SMT 1 and 2 were SNES games, right? So they're very different, first person dungeon crawlers. But the Personas were, I only have some idea from the PSP remakes, which I guess looked a lot different, so I don't know.
See, the first Persona was first person with isometric battles, and those were sprite based. And then the second one ditched the first person look, but still kept the isometric battles.
Right, there's 2 Persona 2s, aren't there?
Yeah. And then I can't remember if the 2 Avatar Tuner games came out first before SMT3 on the PS2 or not.
Like the fusion stuff, is that all? Did that all start with Nocturne, I guess, is my real question. Then I don't know.
No, you've always been able to fuse demons in SMT.
All right.
That's been from the get-go.
But still, like, I'm sitting here like, oh man, there's all these improvements to the fusion system in the later games, or at least the later Persona games, that is, that I wish I had. But then it's making me wonder, like, what have I been missing over in the SMT 4 and 5, or the SMT 4, the other SMT 4, and or SMT Strange Journey? And then I go look at those, I'm like, those don't look like this at all.
No, they're very different.
And it's like SMT 4 is more of a first person thing, right? So lots of sprites, if nothing else.
Yeah, though SMT4 is third person.
Oh, okay.
Strange Journey was originally going to be 4, but then they decided no, but then put 4 on a handheld anyway, so why they had trepidation for that, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, so here, SMT4, all right, this looks like SMT3's overworld as I'm walking around, and it is third person as you're interacting, and then you get, they give you the option to attack and start a fight with a demon in a different way, so that's new versus 3. But then you get in the fight and everything's sprite based, and it's like, what? Where are all the 3D models? And it's like, well, lol, this is a DS.
Yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't touch 4 with the.
What about 4A?
4A is really good.
Is it?
We're doing a backtrack.
It still doesn't look
4A.
like 3 though, and I don't know. I just don't know.
I mean, 4A is a direct sequel to 4, but you really don't need to play 4 in order to get it.
Play halfway through 4 to figure out to get to the part where 4A branches off?
Nope.
No, you don't care? Okay.
No, 4A is directly after 4. And it presumes you took the neutral ending, which it literally explains to you.
Okay.
Yeah. No, 4A was a good game, but I've showed you that final area map. Well, you know what, Chris? We're doing it.
You know, I'll tell you what. The problem is these are on 3DS, and it hurts me when I play a 3DS game. And I don't mean emotionally, I mean physically. Like, holding the 3DS hurts. Having the Switch controllers and splitting those up to each side of my body, it's easier for me to play games. So I kind of don't care. I don't think I'm going to play 4 at all. Or 4A.
I'll tell you what, why don't you wait until we do our backtrack in 2 weeks, and then we'll talk it up, and then you can decide.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. So yeah, that's what's been coming out of Nocturne, is like, well, what else is going on in the SMT series that I need to care about? And the answer is
Maybe nothing, maybe something.
Yeah, it's not very definitive. SMT5 is what's coming up.
Though I will say, if you are curious, even though you said the 3DS hurts you, I would play Strange Journey, because Strange Journey was a damn good game that kind of takes it back.
I don't
to
like
old
its music.
school.
Well, I guess I don't like this one's music. Never mind. So I thought I didn't like Nocturne's music, but that, you know what I've been doing? Every day, I have to listen to the Overworld theme once. I don't know why. So, it's the same composer as like the Persona games, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it is. So,
I think. Could be wrong.
I think the answer for me is just to not worry about it and wait for 5. I think that's the right answer here. Because that'll have that same look, feel, and that'll be fine. And that glorious hair.
I think you ought to play Strange Journey Redux, but that's only because I stand for that game, because
Wait,
it's my favorite.
Which one's Redux? Oh, did
The
they
3DS
port 3
remake.
to the Switch?
No, the 3DS remake.
That's the 3DS remake.
Yeah, Strange Journey was originally DS.
I don't want to play a 3DS game. I don't want to play a DS game.
Oh, it's so good though.
Anna told me all about the story there, though. I'm good.
Okay. I know, it's just so good. I think about rebooting that up every single day. It was so good.
Is it?
Yeah.
You have to wear those weird helmets.
Yeah.
Which I guess you wear in 4 as well, huh?
The Black Samurai wears those helmets.
I gotta find a video now. Oh, right. Nintendo's age-gating me.
Yeah, one of the few M-rated 3DS games.
Nice. We have. This isn't helping. All right. Well, this is great audio content. So.
I'm sorry. I just anytime I can get anybody to play Strange Journey Redux is a good time.
I think Anna has it, unless she sold it.
Yeah.
I think we may have sold it.
Okay. Well,
oh no.
It's fine. I have enough things to play, Kelly. It's fine.
I know. I know. It's just I love SMT, if you guys can't tell.
I can tell.
Getting anybody to play SMT, any of the series, is just fun. And, it's the SNES ones are really hard to go back to because they're obtuse. And I do like the first-person dungeon crawl aspect of that series and kind of miss it. So the fact that Strange Journey went to that just says volumes.
Say that again.
But
say that first part again.
So SMT, I can't remember what I said.
Journey or SMT 1 and 2? Or?
Yeah, SMT 1 and 2 are very obtuse and hard to get into, but are pretty decent games. And that's why I like Strange Journey so much, because it went back to that gameplay, but also improved a lot of it.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah, so. But I understand why people like the Persona series, too, because Persona is a lot more accessible.
Yeah.
So,
just
it's all about what your tastes are. Oh, you know what you ought to play, Chris? You ought to try the Devil Survivor games.
Oh yeah,
they're 3DS.
Yeah, Why should I play those? Those are the ones that isn't that the one? Another one of these I'm playing on a time frame games.
Yeah, they're TRPGs, and every sort of action you take takes up a period of time.
They look like first-person battle system here.
Nope.
Devil Survivor?
It's tactical, but your little parties are 3 demon parties.
Oh, okay. Weird. No, this is an Anna game.
I loved them both. And I played them on both DS and 3DS. And I got different endings every time.
Wow. Is one of these based off... Okay. There's a lot of SMT games, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So where do the Digital Devil sagas fit in? Are those Pokemon?
No. They are, they're kind of their own thing.
Yeah, because there was Digital Devil Saga Soul Hackers, which was its own thing. I think it was a first-person dungeon crawl.
Yeah, Soul Hackers is a
Saturn game, isn't it?
No, SMT Soul Hackers is like its own thing. It's a first-person dungeon crawler, and then there's Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2, and those were PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah.
So how do those compare to Nocturne?
They're really different.
Yeah, you don't fuse demons in that one. It's like a traditional JRPG.
You are the demons.
Okay.
And then you've also got the Raidu series.
Yeah, tell me about Raido, because he's showing up in this game, which doesn't make any damn sense.
So those are more of an action RPG, or rather they play a lot like the Tales games where you're controlling the demons directly and doing damage. They're also really fun, but they're also really challenging because, like,
did this get an HD remake? Oh no, somebody uprested on an emulator. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
They're kind of challenging though because you get in random encounters like while you're running around in town.
Oh, what a shock!
And some of the controls can get a little bit clunky, and that, like, you know, he's walking around like doing sword swings with zombies, which is fine, but then you get some demons that just, you know, destroy you, and it's hard to do. But they're also really fun games. I finished Raido 1. I have not finished Raido 2. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if either of these games are next on the docket for getting HD remasters. Because Raido was a very popular character. And plus, in that one, you get a talking cat as your buddy.
Yeah, named Gato, which means cat. Yeah, all right. So you have, and then you summon them. He's a devil summoner, so you summon devils as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you control them directly? And they take your place? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, he's the final boss in Soul Hackers? Goodness.
I don't know.
Or is that just an end potential? I can't keep all this stuff straight. There's too much.
Interestingly enough, Demi Fiend is one of the optional bosses in Digital Devil Saga. And he supposedly is the hardest boss in any JRPG ever created. Because he's like, he's basically what you are, Chris, in that game. He's like level 99, has max level demons, and can do like insta kills.
Let me tell you about the turtle boss in what was that game that had the crazy turtle boss you had to spend 4 hours killing?
Was that Final Fantasy 15?
Oh, it might. Well, they had one. Yeah. Never mind. There's been a number of MMOs. Okay. Anyway, so there's a lot of SMT games.
Because I felt like the turtle boss in 15 was just a damage sponge, that it wasn't really that much of a threat. But I digress. I think we're ready for feedback.
I think we are too.
So interestingly enough, our first feedback is from Dog Party. Chris's constant pessimism about everything, including things he hasn't even played or doesn't know about, it gets a little tiring.
I'm sorry. Damn. Shit. That's
You're getting called out, Chris.
What was I being pessimistic about now?
Don't be a Arceus.
Oh, have you? Right. Yes. I should not be pessimistic. I'm just gonna sit here and drink some coffee.
All right.
As I have nothing nice to say.
Shaman writes in and says, I will download demos, because he's replying to our question of the week.
There you go. But
if you give me the start of the game and let me apply progress to the full release, I'm more apt to play them.
That's how I feel. From Featherhoof, because this addresses me directly. Question of the week. I used to play demos all the time, mostly because my games between games were extremely limited on my income. Now, though, not so much. I download them out of habit, but very few get played unless I hear by playing them I'll unlock some kind of bonus pack or item pack for the full game. Now, correction corner from a Tales fan. Kelly, you are correct in that Tales of Zestria does indeed suck, but you do not need to play Zestria to understand Berseria. As a 1,000-year prequel, Berseria adds context to Zestria, but stands alone with occasional nods forward that you don't need to understand its story. Just wanting to put this out there because it's my opinion that Berseria is a game worth playing, and I don't want people scared off because they were told that they need to play a crappy game to understand a very good one. Good point. Thank you for correcting me. I'm sorry for speaking there. I honestly couldn't remember if you had to play one to understand the other or not. And Why are you looking at a weasel?
It's a baby stoat. There's a difference.
I thought that they were just weasels.
Oh, she's a stoat.
It's like that. That is incredibly cute, but that's also probably a holy terror. Sorry, the cuteness on Chris's stream.
We're putting a second stoat in with the other stoat. We have two stoats.
Why did you come up?
I put this on because I was being too pessimistic.
Oh,
So I needed something positive on, like baby stoats playing with each other.
Because I would have suggested going to Kitten Academy, but knowing our luck, Muriel is giving birth right now.
Yeah, maybe don't put that on stream right now.
And finally from Kroll, I download demos all the time. Sorry, do I play demos? Almost never. There are multiple full games I own that I haven't gotten around to playing. Why would I play a demo? That said, I do appreciate the option, and the odd one does get me. I'm sorry, did me putting the negative feedback depress you?
No, I'm not paying attention. I'm watching the baby stoats, so I'm turning the baby stoats off now.
But they're so cute. They make me want stoats.
Oh my gosh, I want stoats.
I've heard that they're pretty nasty animals, though. Like, they're very vicious.
What? Yes, most weasels are.
But we've
we aren't
domesticated
calling them weasels, I thought. I want an ermine, and I wanted an ermine with... So an ermine is just like a stoat. But I want an ermine with angry eyebrows on it. Which is... Oh, have you not seen this? Angry eyebrows. Ermine, angry eyebrows. They're the best. There's one. Angry eyebrows on your ermines. You just draw them on with paint.
Jeez.
Oh, goodness.
Yep.
Does it work with ferrets, too?
I'm sure it does. It probably works with a lot of things.
Because we've domesticated ferrets. Isn't that basically just a weasel?
Yes.
Okay.
See if I can find
All right.
angry eyebrows on ferrets.
Are we done with the feedback?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Our question of the week is, what SMT game should Chris play?
Is it? No.
Yes. Pitch Chris on which SMT game he should try.
And bonus points if you say Strange Journey, because that's a good game.
You're just seeding it.
Yeah. I want you to play Strange Journey.
Oh, this is a felt doll. Okay. Stream only content. Hello. If you'd like to watch stream, twitch.tv/rpgamer.
At 9 a.m.
Pacific
noon
Eastern
on Saturday
Saturdays.
mornings.
Yeah. And you too can see angry eyebrow ermines.
Right. Is it time for news?
Yes.
I think it's time for news. Beep, 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 beep. Team 17 is publishing Broken Roads.
What's Broken
This
Roads?
It is a post-apocalyptic RPG set in Australia. And I could barely understand the trailer because of the heavy Australian accent in this.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
it
isn't gonna
basically
work. Nope.
it looks like a wasteland, but set in Australia.
That's interesting. That's an unusual place for something to take in.
I mean, it makes sense because that's where the original Mad Max was set.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Sorry, I'm distracted because now Vaughn sent me the Stoat video, and I'm like, was he the one that got you guys with this?
No,
Or-
I found it's been on my YouTube list to watch for months. Like YouTube keeps
Okay.
suggesting it to me as like, here's the most popular Dodo video you haven't watched. And it's like, well, I don't want to watch the baby stoat right now. And this morning, because somebody criticized me for being too negative, the baby stoat seemed like the proper response to it. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna
Okay,
watch Baby
no,
Stoat.
yeah, Vaughn had to find it and watch it after seeing you watch it. So you're
So this Team 17 Broken Roads, this looks like a Fallout game. So,
Yeah.
Yep, 2022. And, yeah, developers Drop Bear Bites. So go check out the trailer if you're interested in a new Fallout game. Sort of thing.
We've also got new content for Destiny 2 coming up.
Oh boy. Sorry,
It's the next expansion. Which
I'm
is
not
called
yawning because Destiny 2 is boring or anything. I'm yawning like legitimately because I'm tired, but like it's the appropriate time to yawn.
Are you not excited about the Witch King?
I
and the
should.
30th?
Well, it's the Witch Queen, first of all, and I should be, and I'm not. I just haven't been keeping up with Destiny, and
Okay.
whatever is. I have
You're also
no idea what's going on with the story. I'm sure it's great, and you get to shoot things, and the shooting will be really good.
You're also going to have a 30th anniversary event for Bungie's 30th anniversary, including like doing multiplayer stuff that'll give you rewards about Bungie's history and a 30th anniversary pack.
Wait, I mean, I'm excited because I can't be. Think about the baby stoat, Chris. Think about the baby stoat. Yes. I'm excited about the Witch Queen and the 30th anniversary content in Destiny 2.
Chris.
It will surely be great.
Chris.
Yes.
Maybe we should move on to the next story.
See, I'm always confused about
positive.
I'm always confused about Destiny because I thought it was a space shooter, but yet it's called the Witch Queen, and
there's only so many stories to tell, Kelly.
Okay.
I mean, I reject the premise that magic and science can't exist at the same time.
Yeah,
Thor.
I know. It confuses me sometimes. That's all.
That's fair.
Action RPG Stray Blade was announced. This is planned for release in 2022 by 505 and Point Blank Games, and set in a peaceful valley of Arcria that has become a place of war and death, and you control an adventurer. And when I watched this, I saw the little goblin thing on the trailer thumbnail, and it's like, do you play as that guy? No? Well, where does that guy come up? I don't even see the little goblin. So, yeah, Stray Blade. Looks kind of interesting. We've also got more DLC coming up for Wasteland 3 called The Cult of the Holy Detonation.
Hey, another Fallout type game. Oh,
yeah.
Wait, it's a storyline about whether or not they're going to blow up an atomic bomb that didn't blow up? Yeah, we've never seen that in a Fallout game before.
That doesn't sound familiar at all, Chris. I don't know what you're talking about.
Has there been a cult that worships a nuke?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That must be a common theme. But it's available for $6.99 or as part of the expansion pass. So
I said that, and I'm actually, if you made me name the game, I would be hard pressed to name it. So maybe I'm wrong, and there's just feels like other stories that have been told. It's really close, if not exactly. Okay, so what's Enclave, and why is it getting a re-release, Kelly?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't even remember us talking about.
But we're being positive.
Enclave.
I don't know when it came out originally. It's an action RPG. It's a re-release, so they're going to put it out on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. It's Starbreeze Studios action RPG Enclave. This will be launching this fall and have upgraded visuals, sound effects, and an enhanced soundtrack with over 20 new tracks. Which is a third-person action RPG with two story-driven campaigns where you get to choose between light and dark. So there you go. Yeah, and so if you go light, it's knights, wizards, and druids. If you go dark, it's berserkers, assassins, and goblins.
Oh my.
Oh my.
We've also got the adventure title
XEL
announced.
Zell. It's a voice-acted Zelda game, basically.
Yeah, and the trailer was kind of humorous with the whole pressing the button and nothing happened. The girl thinking that nothing happening was going on, and then it activated the boss. So it follows an amnesiac protagonist named Reed who is shipwrecked on a mysterious planet filled with secrets and puzzles. And yeah, it's exactly what they said. It looks like a sci-fi Zelda. So we can look forward to that. Oh, you guys were the ones that were raving about this
Doka
pre-show.
V. This was in the game. The game. What's it?
The Gamescom
was
opening.
this week. Yep. By the way, Gamescom happened. The Jeff Keighley show had this trailer as I think it was the trailer that blew everyone away in the show. I'm sure everyone has a different answer to that. But like out of nowhere, this Korean game with K-pop comes out where you play as like these idealized cartoonish 12-year-old kids who are flying around on surfboards doing Monster Hunter style monster hunts with giant plastic hammers and magician cat Pokemon that you summon to help you kill the monsters. Also, you can longboard. And if that doesn't explain the game to you, I don't know what to tell you, because that's what we got. And you can also fly around with a jetpack and an umbrella. And K-pop plays in the trailer. You should watch this trailer. It looks strange and amazing. And you get into it by the end. There's no... Kelly... Like, you do magical girl transformations in this game, and then, like, you change your costume, and then you go fight monsters with your bonky hammer, and your polar bear with punching gloves comes out and helps you. It's amazing looking. The graphics look incredible. There's no way this game lives up to this trailer, right?
No.
Not a chance. But that's pessimistic, so I need to be positive now.
The gameplay gives me serious Ni no Kuni vibes if, Ni no Kuni had actually worked out the way it was supposed to. But also the trailer was so saccharine that it gave me diabetes.
You can ride an alpaca and fly a kite, because why not? So there's obviously a lot of just random stuff that has nothing to do with like the monster hunting gameplay you could just do. So I don't know what this game really is. And maybe it's just a playground game where you do whatever you want.
I guess so.
When's this
I
come
don't
out?
know.
Who's putting it out? Where is it coming out?
Pearl Abyss is the not publisher, developer.
They announced this in 2019, apparently.
The release window has not been announced, and it's being developed for PC and unspecified consoles.
Well, check this out. The game is a creature-collecting open-world title set in a world inhabited by Dokubi, creatures that live alongside humans and gain strength from humans' dreams. Does that mean they eat your dreams, or does that mean you both get McDonald's together and get happy and that makes them stronger? Probably the latter, right?
Oh, and apparently you can download the theme song in original or remix forms from the website.
I'm on my way to do that right now.
You have
Chris
fun
really
with that.
likes the music.
The song was a little too... You know what it was? It looked like it sounded too kids movie trailer for me. So I
love kids movie trailers. What do you want from me?
And darker announcements. We're getting a new tactical RPG from the Marvel Universe called Marvel's Midnight Suns.
Midnight Sun.
No.
No? Oh,
that's Black Hole Sun.
Oh, sorry.
And this trailer had kind of a girl version of Enter Sandman.
That was just... So I was watching the Nextlander stream when this came on, and like that has some of the former Giant Bomb guys over there, and like Alex Navarro was like, just use the original song. And I'm like, he's right. Like, why didn't they just license the original song?
Which is great, because Chris is like, oh, this is going to be some baloney down tempo song version of this song.
Like, yep, it was.
10 seconds and I looked at him like, you're right.
Yeah.
That's the trend now. Use down-tempoed versions of popular songs. I cringed at the Dune trailer when they did that with a Pink Floyd song.
So this is a comic series from the 90s being converted into a TRPG now, with a bunch of Marvel heroes like Doctor Strange and Iron Man, and one of the cooler / completely less cooler versions of Ghost Rider, depending on your opinion, Captain America, Blade, who walks around like he's freaking Wesley Snipes. They've got the head tilt that Wesley Snipes does going on. It's like they're going for it. And the undead stuff's going on, and you summon some demon from the dead to go fight her mother, and it's a TRPG. So that's all we know for now. Hopefully it'll be good.
I wonder how XCOM.
Wait, is it a TRPG? Do we know it's a TRPG?
It says TRPG in the story.
Okay, and it's from Firaxis, but then there was like some sort of interview where they said this is nothing like XCOM. So what does that even mean then?
I don't know. I will believe that when I see it. It certainly looks more interesting than that Marvel game that Squeenix put out.
Avengers? Now,
Yeah.
depending on who you ask, Avengers is a good game. So be careful when you say that. That's all I got for you, though. I can't really justify it beyond that. All right, so I don't know all these people. We've got Doctor Strange, Lady with Weird Helmet, Iron Man, Wolverine, titular character who's the mother or daughter of the demon you're going to kill, Ghost Rider, Blade, Captain America, Lady who's missing hair on the left side of her head, and I think Captain Marvel over here.
I think that's Psylocke.
Psylocke? Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Do you know who the other lady over here is? On the left?
The one on the left, I think that it looks like Hela from Thor.
I know. That's why I'm like, that can't be right.
Well, I want to keep an eye on this one because I do love me some X-Men adjacent stuff. But then again, my favorite X-Men is Gambit, so it might not.
I don't think he's in here.
Yeah,
Molshari.
a little too dark.
That is not Psylocke, says the mighty Tam in the chat. So,
well, it looked just like her, so you tell me.
So what about a game where you can be a muscle-bound man or a horse shooting a bow and arrow?
This is called Nobody Saves the World, and it's launching next year by Guacamelee developer Drinkbox Studios.
They just took the chicken shape-shifting from Guacamelee and just went whole hog, where you can transform into like 15 different forms in this game. And
including a rat, a rogue, a robot, all the R words.
We saw a magician in there.
I like the egg shooting missiles personally. The game has a Invader Zim art style to it, to me.
Yeah.
That's what it gave me vibes of because of the eyeless main character. So it looks fun.
It is an action RPG, so run around, shoot things, and then, yeah, I don't know. Is it roguelike or just, I guess you just get stronger, or you just have fabulous abs? And it has co-op, it looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So I got distracted by the gameplay. It does look really fun. And apparently I need to play Guacamelee at some point.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Wish Josh was here because we've got more Legend of Heroes Kuro no Kiseki games or stuff detailed, including the ability to turn into a monster called Grindel. Because I guess the main character goes under a special transformation. And we've got new characters introduced, which nobody on this podcast is going to even recognize. And yeah, more Kuro no Kiseki news, which you can go look at.
Do you recognize them?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. Just because the Tales of the Trails of games needed more characters, right?
Yeah,
that's exactly what you were short on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
And an announcement that Anna and I are both extremely excited for: Monster Rancher 1 and 2 DX releasing worldwide in December.
Finally have a date for this.
December 9th, 2021.
Don't be willful, Kelly.
It's going to contain remastered versions of Monster Rancher 1 and 2 with quality of life features such as additional save slots, free slots, Monster Hall of Fame slots, a memo feature to use, rankings for random battles, a high-speed mode, and so
it doesn't matter since you can't put a CD in and generate a monster in this version. Does it really matter?
Well, it's been reworked so that you can search a database to find CDs.
What does that mean?
I don't know how they're going to implement that.
Then it's even easier to just, you don't even have to pirate the CD you want for your monster at that point. You just download the monster you want, in which case, what's it even matter? Just give us the good monsters? I don't know.
I forgot, the Switch doesn't have a camera, does it?
No.
Okay. Because I didn't know if you'd be able to scan the barcode of your CDs, and that's how you'd be able to search.
People thought they were going to go QR codes originally, but didn't seem like the direction they decided to go. I think it should have been require NFT tags, and that way you've got the barrier just high enough where making your own NFT tags is just annoying enough that not everyone would do it, so they could sell their own, and then they'd have something to do there.
That would annoy every Apple user on the planet, but every Android user is like, well, I got you covered.
Yep. It could be you could use Apple what do they call those? Air tags.
Mhm. Like, seeing the trailer of this is giving me memories. Did you guys ever watch the anime of this?
No. Was it
It
any
was it was weird.
good? Was it like poorly translated, chopped up Saturday morning for kids
Yeah,
translated thing?
I remember it came on after Sonic Underground in the morning on the Sci-Fi Channel, and after that was Roughneck Starship Troopers.
All right, here we go. Will you generate the monster from this CD? Title: Atelier Maruru, Apprentice of Arland. Artist: Koei Tecmo. Generate. And input the keyword of the CD of the monster to be born. Oh my goodness. Select the CD tune of the monster to be born. Yeah, you totally just get to search a database.
Because I guess back in the day, they would there were certain monsters that could only be generated by certain CDs that were like way out of print.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
So-
yeah. Because like if they'd reprint a CD and it changed like the digital bits at all, it would not import as the same CD.
So I guess that's a nice compromise. The real question is like, how deep is this database going to go?
Well, and it can't have. Are they going to have like Metallica in here, or is it just going to be a bunch of game CDs and not music CDs? Like, what are they doing here?
Like, I don't know about you, but I listen to weird European power metal. So,
Well, but like the ones that they would make special monsters of are popular discs in certain regions, right? So are they going to have those there?
I guess I remember the Forrest Gump soundtrack being one of them that generated a special monster.
It's so weird because it's just
Yeah.
not as fun to search it from a database.
I know.
Like at
know.
least have like some physical manifestation of the library where like you're browsing through the whole database rather than having to type in specifically what you're thinking of. Because like for somebody new to the whole concept, like they know what CDs were out 20 years ago that they should be searching for. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I was there and I don't remember.
Because I remember bringing my whole damn music
20 years
collection
ago,
to my
30
friend's
years
house.
ago. How many years ago was this?
It was at least 20.
At least. Don't be
But yeah,
willful. They're going to tell you about your monster. They're going to tell it not be willful. Trust me. Don't be willful.
Well, do you want to be a dog or a cat?
I'll be a cat, thank you.
Cat, please.
Okay. Because we've got a new batch of screenshots and stuff for The Good Life, which is that game where you where the population turns into a cat.
You get
or
to
dog.
choose if is it both in the same mode, or do you choose at the beginning what's it going to be? How does that work now?
I'm
Because they
not
changed
sure.
it at some point, so I don't know what they're doing now. For a while, I think you were choosing dog mode or cat mode. I don't know if that's how it's going. All right,
Yeah.
well, it doesn't matter. Anyway,
So-
one of those you're changing into at night, and then you use it to the info you get at night to solve mysteries during the day and stuff like that. So
Alex says both.
both now. Okay.
A debt repayment RPG, and it's a kind of a life sim, and you're a photographer sent to a small town to
This is a
discover
weird
its
game.
secrets.
It was kickstarted. Who knows if it's going to work out well?
Wasn't this a sweary game?
Yep.
Okay. We were just talking about this on Backtrack the other day. And some like kind of shocking news that no one expected. Bravely Default is launching on Steam next week.
Bravely Default 2.
Right. Which I did not expect a PC release for this, but good on them for doing so. It's going to be released for PC via Steam on September 2nd and can be pre-purchased now with a 10% discount. Though I will say I've seen a lot of stores discounting the Switch version for like $30 right now.
Is it look better on PC or anything? Is there a technical advantage to getting it on PC?
If you don't have a Switch, I guess.
That's not a technical advantage. That's a convenience factor. But all right.
I mean, it was an amazing game. So the more people that can play it that don't have access to a Switch, good on them. I like I said, it took them 3 tries, but they finally nailed how to pace a Bravely game. So
How many times do I need to finish this game to beat the game?
3.
But there's like increasing amounts of story every time.
All right.
It's not just like you're doing the same
and
thing.
it's not
over and
as
over again.
repetitive as it was either.
No.
Oh no. They've also going to be releasing the collection of Saga Final Fantasy Legend games.
Oh, bad Game Boy games! Yay!
On mobile and PC.
Oh, I'm being bad again. I'm so excited to finally get to play these old Game Boy games that I couldn't finish
Chris.
one of, but the other two.
Chris.
I need to be positive, Anna. Why
Final
are we going
Fantasy-
back and playing these at this point?
Because they're okay.
All right.
I liked Final Fantasy Legend.
Final Fantasy Sega. What's it called? Collection of Saga. They're okay. -- RP Gamer. Put that on the box. They're okay. Kelly Ryan, RP Gamer.
Yeah, they're
Collection of
decent little
Saga.
games. I mean, they're obtuse like Saga games usually are, but they're fun to play with in their own right. We've also got Coven and Labyrinth of Galleria heading to Switch in Japan. This
Oh, wow.
is a sequel.
That got like backported basically.
Yeah, this is a sequel to Legend of Refrain Coven of Dusk. And I didn't know that it got a PlayStation 4 and Vita version in 2020, and now they're putting it on Switch.
Yeah, so this got released a couple of years ago in Japan, got announced for North America earlier this year, and it was PS4 and Switch. And so I guess they are backporting the Switch version.
So I still need to play the first game.
And it's coming out when?
November 11th, 2021.
In Japan.
In Japan.
When are we
In
getting it
Japan.
here? Never?
Who knows?
All right.
Hard to
Not
say.
not announced for the West.
Well, all right.
And then finally, Bethesda teased some Starfield locations. This is their space Skyrim, isn't it?
Yes.
And yeah, we've got a bunch of videos about this. Developer commentary, talking about the capital, the pleasure city, and another capital. And this game is set to be released on November 11th, 2022. God, what is it with Bethesda November 11th?
I mean, that's 11/11/11 is when Skyrim came out. So
I
since then
know,
they've been
but
sticking with it. And this is
the-
like, yeah, wow. 11/11/22 would be 11 is times 2 is 22. So
I know. I just
they
find
they
it
want
funny
to
that
make you
they-
think this is as big a deal as Skyrim, so you should buy it. That's what's going on. And by the way, since we can, we'll also re-release Skyrim 10 years later on 11/11/21 just to really cement it home. So next year, you need to pre-order Starfield because guess what?
What?
Here, guess what, Kelly? I'm gonna be negative again. Starfield won't make that date.
Look, no release date in the history will ever be as epic as 9/9/99 for the Dreamcast, and I will die on that hill.
All right.
And then finally, we've got a
Skyrim
Kickstarter.
was pretty good though, Kelly. I don't know.
I know. I played Skyrim. It was
It's a lot
fine.
of ones. It was a lot of ones.
And then finally, we've got a Kickstarter check-in for a Game Boy Color game of all things called Infinity. This game called Infinity was originally developed from 1999 to 2001 and then got canceled because it was at the end of the Game Boy Color's lifespan. So an unfinished version was released as a ROM, and now a team is finishing it up, and they need your money to help finish it up. And they plan to release it as a digital ROM file as well as a physical cartridge.
P.S. We'd really like your money.
Source, yeah. Plus, make the source code available at a later date. So it has far surpassed its funding goal and set to run until.
So this is happening probably as much as a Kickstarter we know is going to happen.
Yeah, and for a Game Boy Color game, it actually looks pretty neat.
Oh, but it's so old looking. What is? Oh, he's got a cape. Okay.
I
like,
mean,
why does it look like his flesh is trailing behind him? And I'm like, oh no, because it's a 2-color sprite and that's his cape. Got it.
haven't a lot of modern games mimic this style, like Anodyne?
Mm-hmm.
So, looks interesting. Check that out.
Well,
And
what are they going to do
that's
to
all the
finish
news.
it? Like, what are they adding?
the news story did not say.
Okay, cool. If you want to go crazy on this Kickstarter, you can spend, well, it's already gone. The Ultimate Collector's Edition was 380 Canadian dollars, about 302 US dollars. So what you could do now, what's left for you plebs, is 135 out of 150 are left. The Ultimate Backers Edition for about 187 US dollars, 235 Canadian, where you get all sorts of stuff, including enamel pins.
Woohoo.
Really, what more do you need than an enamel pin? You know, we need a new tier. What is the lowest tier that gets you an enamel pin? All right. 170 US dollars in this one, aka 135 US dollars, 170 Canadian dollars gets you an enamel pin. So that's our new threshold. The enamel pin tier. All right. There you go. Infinity.
And that is all of the news. Now we've got release date news. We've got a Scarlet Nexus demo out now for PC and an Everspace 2 demo out now for PC.
Everspace 2?
I didn't
What's up
even
with
know
that?
there
Okay,
was an
Scarlet
Everspace.
Nexus. Scarlet Nexus was that. Isn't that out on Switch already?
That was a PS4/PS5 game.
Oh, okay. Now it's out on PC or coming to PC.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
Um,
And then Everspace 2 is the roguelike space thing. Is it roguelike? No, it's just open world space. I can't keep this straight with Everspace. Am I thinking of a different one that's more roguelike? Nobody knows.
We've also got Black Geyser's Couriers of Darkness available on early access right now.
Black Geyser. What is that? Is this an indie Baldur's Gate like?
Yeah.
I'm looking through the trailer. It's all story artwork, so I have no idea. So, okay. It's a classic CRPG like Baldur's Gate. Aha! I was right. All right, cool.
Yep, you nailed it. And then we've got Mercenaries Blaze hitting the PS4 next week. On
Is this
September
like Mercenary
1st.
Saga?
It's one of the sequels, one of the many sequels.
Oh, have you played this, Anna? Is this new? This is the 5th entry?
This is the one that's already out on Switch.
Oh, and now it's coming to PS4.
Yes, they've been slowly putting them out on PS4.
Is it going to look any better on PS4?
Probably not.
Probably not. No, yeah, look at that. Okay, cool.
No, the Mercenary series has always been Kmart Final Fantasy Tactics.
Got it.
they're
But in a good way, right?
Yeah,
Or, well,
yeah, in a very good way.
In a good enough way.
Yeah.
Oh,
In a way that if you want a tactics RPG, they're on sale all the time and they're decent.
Speaking of Kmart games, we've got Kmart Breath of the Wild Genshin Impact getting its 2.1 up. I'm sorry, people are going to be mad. People like Genshin Impact. So
I don't.
2.1 is coming out.
We've also got Final Fantasy.
Wait, I didn't say
4.
when. I didn't say when. September 1st.
Yeah.
We got to say, if it's the release date section and we don't say the release date, Kelly, we're messing up.
I'm sorry, I thought you did. My bad.
2.1 is coming out on 9/1. There you go. Final Fantasy 4 Pixel Remaster. Anna, Kelly, everybody. It's a new version of Final Fantasy 4 for us to make work with the randomizer. No?
I don't know if they'll be able to retrofit that or not.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah, no. I mean, every time there's a new version of Final Fantasy IV, or like someone gets interested in a different version of Final Fantasy IV, someone asks in the feedback channel, it's like, can you guys make the randomizer for X version? And the answer is always no.
Well, definitely not for the 3DS version, but that should be obvious. Why not? This is out on PC, and I think that I'm not sure that there's any point to doing that, actually, now that I think about it. What would you gain from randomizing this version?
Shittier font.
You can patch that. Are they still having the bad font being chosen by default, and they're not fixing it? Is this still a thing?
Yeah.
What is going on? Look at these screenshots. Anna, why doesn't it look good?
Huh?
Why doesn't it look good?
Because
Square?
yeah.
They already made the best version of Final Fantasy IV, and it was the PSP version.
Oh,
So-
okay.
I don't know why they're doing this. And now we've also got a new world next open beta date.
Wait, we
September
didn't give the
9th.
date for Final Fantasy IV.
Oh, I
Pixel
thought we
Remaster.
did.
No,
We got sidetracked. September 8th is when
September 8th.
Pixel
Oh, that's soon.
coming
That's
out
sweet.
for Steam and mobile devices.
What if there's a stealth release? What if the randomizer's in this? What if they put one out, an official randomizer?
wouldn't lose.
It's not going to happen, I know. That would be amazing. Final Fantasy Free Enterprise, now official from Square Enix. Haha, Boardface has been working on it the whole time. Okay.
We've also got the next open beta dates for New World, September 9th through September 12th. Is this the Amazon MMO?
Yeah, the one that used to break
Okay.
your video card?
Yeah,
I guess they've patched that.
I would hope so. And then Chernobylite console release has been pushed back to September 28th.
What is
Was this the
Chernobyl
game-
like?
Was this the one that we were giving away codes for?
I don't. Oh, I should know. I should know that, and I don't. Is this a shooter? Do we cover this? What is this?
It's a shooter about Chernobyl, but it's
Is it
not
XCOM
Stalker.
or something? It's a survival horror RPG. It says. Oh.
Yeah.
It recreates the real-life exclusion zone using 3D scanning technology and features free exploration, stealth combat, crafting, base building, resource management, and a non-linear story. Released for PC in July, and this is the console announcement coming out on September 28th. It's a delay. It was going to be September 7th. So
And then we've got the Sands of Aura blasting into early access on October 21st. What
okay.
was this?
It's a dark fantasy action RPG that puts players in the role of a member of the Order of the Remnant Knights, a group trying to protect what remains of the sand-covered world of Talimhel. It's a Diablo-like, right? Action RPG? Well,
Yes.
Diablo-esque. Which we need. We're not allowed to like Diablo anymore, so we gotta find something. All right. Early access on October 21st. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. You got it all there. We've got the Waylanders heading to or coming out in November.
Yeah.
What was the Waylanders?
It's got a castle, and it's got cult areas, and a bunch of empty landscapes, and a dude in his underwear, and then a picture of Jesus on the cross, and then there's a feast, and then a piece of metal being put on someone's arm. The Waylanders. That's what I got out of the trailer. What do we got? What do we call it? You travel up to 9 party members as they switch between Celtic and medieval time periods. There you go. It's time traveling, I guess. All right, Spellforce 3. It's a console release for Spellforce 3. It's Spellforce 3 Reforced, which is coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series XS on December 9th. It'll be $40. And it has the Soul Harvest and Fallen God expansions coming out on the same day for consoles for $20, with a complete edition for $60. Oh, goodness. Why are you doing a brand new release of the game and doing the game and the expansion separately? Oh, whatever. It's a hybrid RTS RPG. It was released for PC in 2017, if you don't remember, which I didn't remember. Did you remember, Kelly?
No, I did not. I just remember that some of us are really looking forward to Horizon Forbidden West, and it
Well,
got
you're
delayed.
going to have to wait.
Coming out on February 18th, 2022.
That's a big
and-
delay.
Yeah.
Well, nobody thought this was coming out this year, right?
Well, I mean, they were still insisting until pretty recently.
Yeah, but they only announced that date recently, and it's like, no. No.
I think we were a little doubtful.
No.
I think we were a little doubtful
I
at
think
the time.
everyone should have been. Sorry, I'm being negative again. King's Bounty 2. Okay, so now it's time to start talking about what's out now, right?
Yes.
Yes?
What came out? What came out this week?
Well, I guess this came out last week? Did King's Bounty 2 come out last week
Yeah,
or this week?
Roundup is what happened last week.
Oh, but nobody played King's Bounty 2. I want to know if it's any good.
The
The reviews are not.
reviews
comforting.
are all over the place.
Yeah. All right. Coming out this week, that Disgaea thing, or that NIS Classics thing's coming out. So here's the games that are in it that you're going to see. Soul Nomad and the World Eaters for PC and Switch. Phantom Brave, the Bermuda Triangle on the Switch, because I think it was already out on PC.
Yep.
Beyond Mankind, The Awakening, PC, Mac, and Linux. Monster Harvest for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Wait for the
hold
review on
off
that
on
one.
that.
Please wait for the review on that one. Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous, PC, Mac, and Linux. That's the follow-up to Pathfinder Kingmaker, which I know a number of people say they really like that game. So have that on your radar if you're into Baldur's Gate likes or that kind of genre-esque, rather. Kataria Fables, that's the farming one where you're a cat for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Switch. Kelly's into that. And Anna Marie, are you going to play that or no? That's going on your backlog. All right.
Yep.
The Magister for PC, Xbox One, and Switch. Bravely Default on PC. Bravely Default 2, on PC. And Mercenaries Blaze for PS4. Also, Titankin Prologue is now available on Steam. It's a prologue for Titankin. Sorry. I don't know about it, but it's now you can pay the prologue for $10 on Steam right now. It's a Celtic game thing. That's what's out.
We've got our editorial section too. We've got a review of Witch Spring 3 Refine from Sam Wachter. We've got a Chris Tales review from Paul Scarelli. We've got a Dodgeball Academia review from Alex.
I'm laughing because we gave Dodgeball Academia a average review.
Yeah.
And one of the devs created 3.5 out of 5. So good. One of the devs created a sock puppet Twitter account that ran around yelling at our reviewer and every mention we did of the review and every other reviewer that gave it a quote unquote bad score. And then that account promptly got terminated.
Oof.
We've also got a review of Enderloys from Gabriel Malaklasa, which I was curious about this game.
Wait, I just noticed something. Okay. Ender Lily's got, what did it get? It got a 3.5 out of 5. So that's good. And Dodgeball was 3.5 out of 5. Chris Tales only got a 3 out of 5.
Correct.
Oh, noes. You were looking forward to that, Anna.
I know, but it's got some issues.
Oh.
Here's the interesting thing is I think honestly most of the Chris Tale issues could be fixed with patches.
Okay. But will it?
Right. That and that is, as always, the question.
Okay.
And we've also got a Fantasian Part 2 impression from Jason.
Yeah, Fantasian Part 2 review coming when he comes back from vacay.
And I'm sure we'll get impressions of Fantasian Part 2 from Josh when he's back on the show in a couple
Yes.
weeks.
Oh, making me want some sort of Apple device and hope that this goes to something else.
I'm sure we'll eventually, right?
I hope so.
All the other ones have. Has anything stayed exclusive?
Yes.
What?
I don't want to say.
Oh. What? You don't want to say, but
Move
it
on.
has stayed exclusive? Okay. She's so cryptic. I'm
Yep.
glad you're getting out of the video game industry. Can't take this anymore. Thanks, everybody. I think it's time to ask what you're going to play this week. Kelly.
I'm going to finish up Neo World Ends With You.
Anna Marie.
The world ends with you, I hope. Oh, I'm going to be streaming Hades.
Oh.
Because I played Hades last Sunday, and people, thought it was amazing, and I screamed a lot and died
It's
a
so
lot.
fun when you scream playing games, especially games you think you're no good at, and it turns out you're better than me. And
I have passed where Chris got to in Hades.
Not that I'm any good at games.
After
but
3 hours.
Sometimes you put these games up like, oh, that's a game for you, Chris, not for me. And it's like, Anna, you're better at this game than I am. So where do you even say that? Tam in the chat. You said bad words, Anna.
I did say bad words.
If people want to follow you, where do they do that?
Twitch.tv/rpgamer.
When do you stream?
I stream, in theory, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern.
There you go.
And then I stream Sunday mornings as soon as SCAR is done. SCAR starts at 8 a.m. Eastern. So I start around 11 Eastern,
There you
12
go.
Eastern.
I will continue to play Nocturne. I'm going to finish that up. I hope this week. We'll see. Kelly, what about you?
Oh, I already said Neo World Ends
you
With You,
did.
but
Right.
I also want to start something up on the Switch, and I might very well start up Hades.
Hey!
Yay, Hades for
The
everyone.
Hades, it's the Hades Club.
Huh. Sorry. This just in. Pascal just released his Disgaea 6 review and gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Oof.
Ouch.
I understand where he's coming from. I don't know that I'd agree with the enjoyment I've gotten of the game, but I absolutely understand how you calculate that score given how that game works.
I love that both in his pro column and his con column is the game plays itself.
Yep. No, that
That
needs
tracks.
to be there. Yeah. It's great and terrible at the same time.
I'm sorry, I couldn't wait till next week to get this in, just because we were talking about it pre-show on Backtrack, and he was just like, "Kelly, like, what's with this game?" I'm like, "I know, it's crazy. I know, but the game plays itself. I know."
You don't
Chris
have
loves-
to have it play yourself. You can
But
choose
there's no
not
reason
to.
not to.
Yeah.
There's no reason not
Well,
to.
let me put it this way. Maybe you should not have it play itself if you just want to experience the story, and that's it.
Mhm.
But do play itself if you want to actually grind up for endgame stuff, because it's intended to use that system, because otherwise the grinding would take too long.
Yeah, that's true.
Not
agree
that it
with
doesn't take long, but like it does it without you committing the time in front of the Switch. So like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also just noticed that yes, Bravely Default 2 for the Switch is $30 on Amazon if you want to save some money and don't wait for the
I don't know. Is that the Bravely Default theme? I don't know. It's close enough.
if you don't want to wait for the Steam version and pay full price.
Well, you're gonna have to wait for a new episode of this show till next week because we're done.
Yes, I need to go get some lunch.
If you'd like to contribute, answer the question of the week: which SMT game should I play next? Which, who knows what year that'll be? Maybe SMT 5 this year if we're real lucky and it turns out that game's good. Right into the show thread. That's where we like stuff to be now. Go to rpgamer.com. And yeah, thanks everybody. We'll see you next week. Are we done? Are we done?
Yep.
All right.
Stoats.
Stoat, Angry Ermines. Bye.
Bye-bye.